Okay.
So,
Is it working now, bud?
Shane.
Yeah, we're back online.
All right, we're back live. So don't say anything silly now. Leave that for me and Bud.
All right, so do the
Okay.
sponsors, man.
Before we get started, we always like to run through our sponsors quick. First one's My Race Pass. If you're into racing at all, you got to have My Race Pass. That's just the way it is because they give you everything. Everything you need to know about racing that's going on pretty much in the whole country, right?
Right.
So, and this year they've got something now you can even listen to, like the track announcers at some tracks. And then now we got a new one with S2F, with start to finish.
Yep.
And they broadcast a lot of races. They got, what do they got going on this weekend, bud?
February 28th, they are at Texas Motor Speedway with Now 600, I believe it's called. I don't know what that is still. We have to figure that out. Ryan, do you know what Now 600 is?
Yeah, it's a micro series in the Midwest. That's what I used to race.
Oh.
There you go. See,
Now
this is why we have
the
Ryan
600,
on. He
that's
knows.
the 600 micros. Oh, look at us go. They should, I don't know. Maybe it was a 600 lap race. We don't know.
But, yep, February 28th, March 1st, March 7th, March 8th. So they're going to be rolling here
Shortly.
with S2F.
And then if you're out in central PA, we got Mount Tabor Cabinetry with Chris Fizzle. Need some cabinet work done, look the man up. Also out in central PA is Morning Sun Marketplace. Like 2 football field size, 3 flea market type stuff, food. Pretty much, I think you can find anything. We're going to try to get there someday. I don't know when, but.
Yep.
And then we got Turn 2 Lodge in Knoxville. If you need a place to stay at Knoxville, it's right outside of Turn 2. And then also we like to throw in Fulkins Brothers because they help us out a lot. Steve's taking me to Vegas. So, and then Hero Haven.
Absolutely.
And then I suppose we should get going here shortly and introduce our guest.
Yep. All
As soon
right.
as Bud pushes another button.
Hey, we're here at Hoagie's Garage, and we're lucky enough to have Ryan Timms on. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on again.
You bet. You bet. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it has. I honestly can't even remember when the last time we did it was. Was it at Houston's or was it?
Yeah, we talked at Houston's, I'm pretty sure, after one of the races in our turn 4 thing.
Yeah.
Whatever we call that I can't remember. Ever.
Yeah.
Boy, before we get too involved in this, I was listening to the Snow's show Monday.
Mm-hmm.
He was bragging you up a little bit, him and Shane were, about how good you're getting at these interviews now.
I'm trying. Talking isn't my strong suit, so.
Well, you keep racing the way you are, you're going to have to do more of them.
I know. The more I do, the better I get.
Well, there we go. We'll keep
We
helping.
maybe had one of your first interviews back in the day.
Possible.
And I seriously think on your first one, I think you were laying on the couch and half asleep. I'm just kidding you.
It's very possible, honestly. I'm not gonna deny it.
It's just Hoagie's Garage. These guys don't mean anything.
No, these guys, who are
Still
them guys
don't.
anyhow?
But let's maybe just start out last year. Tell us, I mean, you mainly drove, I think, your family car. But then towards the end of the year, you
I was
started,
in the 2KS. No, that was Randall.
I don't know.
What car did you all drive last year?
Fordbrook and the 27 Hafner car. One of the Hafner cars, not.
Yep. And then your midget
Not the
stuff
one
you got
that-
last year, right?
What's that?
And then still your midget stuff last year, right?
Yeah, and then, it's 60 mid races.
Yep.
Just 60.
Yeah, not that many.
Yeah. It's around there. It's between 40 and 60, something. But, I mean, yeah, it was good. We've been, we just started the year off, sprint car wise, started the year off kind of struggled. It was Evolution, and we've always struggled at Evolution. Not so much in the 360, but in the 410. And, just, we'd have, good runs here and there, a lot more bad runs than good runs, and it was all right. And then the trucking, my dad's trucking business kind of started to slow down and wasn't doing too hot, and we really weren't. He was spending a lot of money to do it, and we weren't side of things, so just kind of decided to look around, see what other rides are out there, and 'cause, I mean, the way I saw it at least was it really can't get any worse. Like, you might as well try something else, you know. Kind of wanted to get in a car that I knew was good, but was completely opposite to what I'm used to running, like when it comes to just, like everything, arms, shocks, just wings, just different everything, so I could kind of see, because I've never really I've driven a couple sprint cars other than my cars, but I mean, it was for like 1 or 2 races, and it was a while ago. I couldn't even remember how they compared to my car, so we kind of asked around, and I think the first sprint car ride I got in was it was a Hefner car, and ran some shows out in Pennsylvania with them, and then that didn't go great, but it was nice to get laps there and my dad not have to bring anything out of his pocket. And then got hooked up with Guy Forbrook, and it was just a weekly Knoxville race. I think it was the last Knoxville race that they had. And then the next night was Huset's Bull Holler Brawl. And then when I got in Guy's car, I've always sucked in Knoxville in our family car, and I didn't know what it was. I got in Guy's car, went quick time, and I started second or third, and it was such a different feeling than my car. It was a good different, but just wasn't used to it, so it took me a while to get used to it, and then started third, I think, ran fifth. It was just kind of I was happy with it. It was a learning experience for sure. And then went out and won at Huset's the next night, which I was feeling pretty confident I could win there. We're good in the family car there. I figured after going this good at Knoxville, I'd be pretty good in Guy's car. So it was a good weekend, and it made me kind of hopeful. Like, I was just kind of hoping for because I mean, at this point, we don't know what we're doing next year or this year, and I know that I'm probably not going to do midgets, but I don't really want to run my family car anymore, just because you can't make a living. I can't make a living. I mean, I can make money off of it, but my dad's pouring so much money into it that you can't make a living doing that. So,
Yeah. Yep.
I was just trying to find something different and a good. It didn't even have to be a full time. It didn't have to be an 80 race schedule. I mean, just kind of like maybe. At the time, I was thinking like 30, 40 races in one car, and then another 30 or 40 races in a different car. Because it's hard to just find a team that is willing to go do 80 races nationally, whether it's on the tour or pick and choose or whatever. So, and then a guy hooked me up. I think Shane told me he called Shane Liebig, the owner of Liebig Motorsports, the team I'm running for now, owner and crew chief. He told me he called a guy to complain about something. I don't remember what it was. And it ended up turning into guy suggesting me to go run his car at I-70 in Lucas Oil. And it was success right out of the box there. And, I got second, was leading one night, and got a fuel league that still ended up ninth. And then, so to be that fast right out of the box, it was kind of a no-brainer to put something together and do this good.
Yeah, and then a lot of you said you got like an 80 race schedule then this summer?
Yeah, I believe it's 80's on the schedule, yeah.
Okay.
But it could be, with right now, it's 70,
Yeah, that's the plan, but Mother Nature don't always cooperate.
Right, and honestly, depending on, it kind of just depends on if, how it goes with having parts and motors and
Yep.
cars and
Yep.
everything. Maybe more, maybe less.
Sure.
Yeah.
None of it's set in stone.
So,
Yeah, right.
did you just do the 2 races last year, or did you do more with that?
No, so it's the most random, like biggest. It's like winning the lottery. Honestly, it's just such a lucky deal. Right place, right time. Like it's really crazy. Like when you know all the details and just how it all got put together. I still don't know why Shane wanted to race I-70 in Lucas Oil. I know Scott, who was his driver at the time, was, I don't know if, well, he committed to 17 GP. I can't think of his name.
Yep, I know who you're thinking, but I can't think of his name either.
And he committed to him for those 2 races, and I don't know if Shane was planning on running him before, or if he just got bored and wanted to go race. I don't know. So he hit me up after Guy told him to, or suggested me. And at the time, I was actually planning on probably doing a Houston to Knoxville schedule with Guy this year. And then this deal came up, and my dad is who was the negotiator here. Like he called Guy, or talked to Shane, and then got it all going. And so all I know, the only information I have going into it is my dad telling me, this guy's pretty serious. You better be on your A game. Don't screw it up. He's not here to mess around, kind of thing. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't ever show up just to have fun.
Yep. Well, it was probably best to let the businessman negotiate your contract or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. I let him handle all the important decisions.
Yep.
But so me and my dad, I don't even remember where we were at before, but we drove to I don't know where I-70. It's in Missouri, I believe I-70 is somewhere in Missouri, and at a hotel parking lot. They were parked there like 5-6 hours before the race. I remember we had to wake up at like 5-6 a.m. to get there in time to get the seat and all that. So we get there, and then I don't know. There's Shane, one crew guy, or 2 crew guys, and one of them is Anthony Timmerman, Vicky, and he's the only guy I know. I don't know any of these other guys, and and then there's 2 older guys there. I don't know anyone. We're just not talking at all. Just putting seat in there. At the time, I know how to put my seat in somewhat now, but I didn't know how to put my seat in. And they're looking at me, like, expecting me to put the seat in. And I was just like, kind of like, and I think Shane was kind of regretting his decision maybe a little bit at the time.
What the hell did we get this kid for?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure is kind of how that was. And we get it all situated. I bring the wrong insert, so my insert doesn't even fit in the seat. I can't get comfortable in it, and I'm not complaining, but I'm just like, I'm mad that I screwed myself.
Yep, you screwed up. Yep.
Yeah, and so we cut the insert up to make it fit, and it was so uncomfortable, but the car wasn't uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable in the car and in my seat. And he figured it all done. I go sleep in the hotel, and then meet him at the track later. And then he just said, get in and drive. And I was told that there's a hitter under the hood, and it's gonna run. Just keep your foot on the floor and smooth and straight. And that's what I did. And I didn't ask any questions all night. I just told him where it might have been lacking a little bit, which it really wasn't lacking anywhere. It was really, it was like just instant. instant matchup, and we ran good, and then we were just planning on doing those 2 races, and after that, we decided to go do. I was planning on running a midget at Port City, but there was a high limit race at Texas. Well, I ran the first night in the midget at Port City, and then left there to go run high limit in Texas with them, and ran 3rd and 5th there, and then after that, we at Texas, after the race at Texas, we decided, like, it was for sure done deal. We're doing something next year. Like, we're gonna be a team next year.
That's awesome.
Then we go to Charlotte. That was really the only race left before the year ended, was World Finals.
Yep.
And it was good there too. Ran 4th on the finale Saturday night, and so I mean within that 9 race deal, I was watching Rodman's deal. He had all the stats together for it, but I wasn't. We never were out of the top 5 between high limit and outlaws. In the 9 races, I think we're out of the top 5 once or twice, maybe.
Yeah.
So
Once was the fuel, you know.
Just like stars aligned, like just couldn't have been any better.
So you guys are probably pretty pumped going into this new season then.
Oh yeah, very excited. We're solid at Volusia. Just I could have done some things better. Shane could have done some things better. Just a team deal, but we were really fast the whole week. So feeling really good going into Vegas, and just getting everything at the shop ready to go, and keeping my body up in shape to hang on to the steering wheel for 30 laps, and I think it'll be a good year.
So we're talking with Ryan Timps. At Volusia, you know, that track is super hard on motors. Did you guys survive pretty well with motors? It seemed like you did, but we don't know the inside scoops on a lot of that.
Yeah, we did. We were good all on motors. We were good all week up until Saturday night, and at the start of the feature, it was good all night. Saturday, Saturday, and it at the start of the feature, I felt like it just sounded like a little. It felt like just a little down on power, like nothing major. It just felt like a little slow.
So from 940 to 930 on horsepower or something, yeah.
Yeah. It sounded. I mean, Volusia, your head's like just slammed back in the seat the whole time. I mean, it wasn't slammed back as hard. That was the only reason I could tell. But it sounded a little like lower tone, not bad at all. Just like, and I've had that happen before where it's just all in my head. So I was like, yeah, I'm probably just hearing things or whatever. And then like by halfway, I'm like, oh yeah, it just gradually got a little worse, a little worse.
Sure.
And I lapped 5. I mean, it was barely hanging on. It ended up being a valve string, I believe, but all they had to do was change it. But he sent it back to Speedway just to make sure.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Screw anything up too bad, but I mean, the last 2 laps, I don't think it would have made another lap. It was so wide open, and I'm like, it's white flag. I just need it. Shane would be mad if I pulled in. I just need it. I'm blowing it up across the line. So yeah, it hung on. I really don't think it would have made one more lap. So I was very thankful it lasted.
You bet. You bet. What?
But yeah.
If you had to pick a most memorable moment down there, do you have one down there?
Most memorable moment in Florida?
Yeah, down at Volusia.
At Volusia? Yeah, I would say the 360 race last year. Yes, the 360 race last year at Volusia. I won the Saturday night Maine, and I started, I don't know, third or fifth or something, and was just kind of hanging around in third, and then found the bottom, and it was just I passed paper teeth and PET, I believe was first and second, and it was just kind of a deal where I didn't think I was gonna be able to win. Like 360's evolution, it's really hard once you get spread out to pass guys, and
You know,
it was, that was definitely my favorite race there so far.
yeah, 'cause that Volusia is it's just fast, period. You know, the whole everybody's fast there, and it's hard to,
Yeah.
from what we, you know, a little bit we learned watching TV, you know, they say it's hard to pass there because everybody's so fast, depending on how the track is, you know.
Yeah, especially like meet race time. It's
Yeah,
Just narrow. It's pretty impossible.
the passes happen in the first corner.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yep.
No.
So then you mentioned Vegas, so that'll be your next race, I'm assuming this year then?
Yes, Vegas is next up, and then we're gonna be doing the whole swing through California with high limit.
Oh, okay,
So start in Vegas and then go all the way down
to Larry and all that.
and end on Paris, I believe.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think there's 3 in California, and then they kind of come back or something
And
like
they run
that.
Arizona and
Yep.
New
I'm not
Mexico.
really sure on the order 100%, but it's Paris, Kern or Bakersfield, whatever you want to call it, and then it's Larry. I think that's it.
Yeah.
You can think of another one.
I think that's it. I think there's only 3 in California. So,
I'd have to look.
but
I could look, but I'm watching the live thing. I only get to do the one. I only get to go to Vegas.
yeah,
I'm
you
not
get-
doing the whole swing.
Yep. But you get to see Tim's down there, so
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll walk by and say hi.
Yeah.
We'll be
Yeah.
wandering around, all googly-eyed and excited because it's first race of the year for us. For me.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what? Nothing until Husitz?
Probably not for us. Mother's Day then.
yeah.
Other than what we get to watch on TV.
That's not too far.
No, it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Time goes by really fast. Wait till you get old.
Yeah.
What are you now? 18, 19? What are you by now?
I'm 18. I turned 19 in August.
Okay.
So.
You know, in case nobody ever listens to our
Yeah.
show, me and Bud can't remember nothing, so we'll have to ask the same questions over all the time. But
Yeah, Vegas won't even be that fun for you. You just have to concentrate on racing.
I know. That's what I was telling the guys. I won't even be able to do anything cool.
well, I did know though. I've looked around, and not far from the track, like almost within walking distance, there's a place that rents like side by sides or dune buggies for riding out in the desert.
But you can't get hurt.
Well, you gotta be careful.
You can go golfing. You guys should hook up and go golfing.
Yeah, I'll probably golf while I'm out there.
I don't know if I
I
can
would
bring.
do the side by side still, but my dad wouldn't be a fan of that.
Well, we just won't tell him.
Yeah.
We went golfing. Randy. What's all that sand in your eyes? I don't know. It's that we were in the bunker a lot. Look here, bud. Forgot to get these out earlier. I stole them from the wife's friend.
Oh, that way.
They are some of the best ones you'll ever eat.
Good.
Uh,
He just pulled out food, some scotcheroos. So
Oh.
if we stop talking, that's because
It's all
we're
up
eating.
to you to carry us.
Yeah. I'm a big gummy cluster. That's what I use, the Nerds gummy cluster.
Oh
okay.
yeah, nerd clusters. Yes, that's my go-to candy for sure.
I'm
I'm
not
a
a candy guy at all, but I love them.
So
Snickers,
Here's-
peanut M&Ms.
I'm a girls golf coach. I don't claim to know much about golf, but
You
I
sure
am
as hell
the
don't
girls
help
golf
me when we
coach.
go golfing.
Well, there's a reason for that too.
Because I'm not worth helping, or you don't want me to whoop your ass.
Both. But the one thing, at least my girls, they tend to cry because they want to do well, and sometimes they're flustered and they cry. So my go-to is nerd clusters now. You bring them candy, and all of a sudden they forget about what their last shot was, and they're happy again, and
Yeah.
they start golfing good again. So nerd clusters are my go-to snack during golf meets. But getting back to racing,
Therapy session.
there you go, therapy. you have to be looking forward to going to Huset's, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm very excited for that. We were really good in the 5C there, and it seemed to be a lot better in the 10, so I don't see why
Yeah,
it won't be even better there.
they've always been fast there. It seemed like Scott had a little bit of a sometimes issue finishing races. There, I don't know how to say that politely, but you know, and then Knoxville also, right? I mean, you're gonna hit both those tracks up.
Yeah, we're going to miss 2 or 3 Knoxville races because they're over like Kings Royal and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do points for Knoxville, but I heard that there was a rule where you can miss 2 or 3 races and still be in contention for the points. I don't even know how it works. This is what I heard.
Yeah.
Well, if you
well,
skip 2 or 3, it means you got to win quite a few of them.
yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I think, you know, the thing is like Brown and McCarl and those go to Eldora. So,
Yeah.
you know, they miss some of those races too. So I think that's where maybe the catch is. I don't know. I don't know exactly. So,
Someone called it the Brian Brown rule, so I'm gonna guess that's probably.
There you go.
yeah.
what it is.
So,
But yeah. So I'm gonna be running the full U6 points, and then I hope to be doing all in Knoxville. Besides the ones we have to miss.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm guessing we'll probably have to have you on the back of the pickup once or twice through the summer.
Well,
Yeah.
that would definitely be awesome.
You know, maybe a couple more, you know, hopefully we'll see how your year goes. You know, we don't want to brag you up too much right away.
Yeah. No, like I said, I don't want to get jinxed here.
That's right. That's for sure.
Snow tuned in. I don't know how fast my phone keeps up, but Snow tuned in a little bit ago.
That's
And
good.
there is this
Oh, yeah.
Kirsty girl watching too.
My dad corrected me, saying that the motor issue was Friday night in Texas.
Oh.
Oh, well.
So he's clearly listening.
Yeah. Well, that would be why they're tuned in, I'm guessing. So
Oh. Yeah.
we gotta be careful what we say now. We're not gonna ride the side by sides, Randy. No, we're not doing that.
It's funny,
Yeah. So,
Brain fart.
no.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think how to word it, but do you see yourself as this is something? I mean, has Shane ever said anything about possibly down the road, if things work out really well, that maybe you could hook up and go like a whole high limit? Or I think it's pretty much his funding and his car, so I don't know how far his funds go.
Right. It's well, there's a lot of good sponsors and people that came together. Shane knows. Seems to know everyone in the South Dakota, Minnesota region. So there's a lot of good guys that came together to help out with stuff like hotels and just things like that, like expenses. And then we run the Sega sponsorship and Hample, and so it's all just kind of everyone's. There's a lot of people helping out, and so it ended up working out and being a really good deal. But it's definitely possible. We haven't talked a ton about it just because I talked about it this year, but just decided it wasn't the right thing to do first year out.
Oh, no,
which
no.
I completely agree
Yep.
with.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
yeah, you need to see how the season goes.
You'll
you
be
know?
practiced up on the traveling, because if you're gonna go to Knoxville most every night, you're looking at a 10-hour drive from Rapid
yeah.
or
Yeah,
better.
that's the tough part. With them being Rapid, the closest track is Houston, which is 5-6 hours.
Yep.
Second closest is Knoxville, 10 hours. So anywhere you go outside of Houston to Knoxville is 10 plus hours.
Well, the thing it is, you can run Knoxville, and then you get a stop at Houston on the way home to break the trip up.
Yeah.
stop halfway home and race, and
That is true, yeah.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
might make it seem a little better.
it won't be quite as bad. Because I know for quite a few years, Dobbs used to do that. He'd run up in North Dakota on Friday and go to Knoxville on Saturday, stop at Houston on the way home.
Yep.
Just made a little series around there, so
Yeah.
it's doable.
So if you live around, if you live in Sioux Falls or like Sioux Falls, Knoxville area, it's a pretty big gig with East Coast, Knoxville, Jackson, all them tracks right there.
We like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do it.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just see. Kind of right now, it's just seeing how the year goes, going race by race.
Yep.
Just worrying about what's happening now, and then the goal is to win races, and then whenever if we win races, then I'm sure good things will happen.
Yeah. Emerson Axum was the same way. We just had him on a week or two ago, and you know he was the same way. You know, when they felt like they were probably good enough, but at the same token, they didn't have
Don't
per
have that
se
many
all the
races together.
sponsors,
Yeah.
you know, tied together. And why not just do one more year of pick and choose a little bit and
Yeah.
make sure everything's the right fit? So
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Kind of one of them deals. If you're unsure about it, you should probably not do it.
Yeah.
Yep. Until you're 100% sure, you don't want to go. It's too much of a grind to go out and do it half-assed.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you got to be prepared to do the whole thing because it's a grind.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you go from track to track, living in the hotels and working in the parking lots. I mean, it's not a what do you want to say, a luxury life.
No.
You got to love what you're doing, or you ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. That's for sure.
You bet.
I got to smart off just a little bit because I see Jamie's listening too. These are way better than sushi, Jamie. Just so you know. I just had to smart off one more time. That's what I do.
Oh,
That's why my
man.
real initials are SA.
Yeah.
So, my wife reminded me of that tonight again, I believe.
I'm sure everybody does too.
Periodically.
So you've been on a bunch of podcasts though. I mean, after your whole deal at Volusia and kind of your finishes and everything else, and I think you were even on one with a couple Aussies, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I was on Codeman Racing is the name of his, or Rubber Down Podcast, I think is the name of the podcast. But yeah, he's a guy from Australia, so that's cool.
Yeah. Did you do that over Facebook, or how did you do that, or was that just?
It was on. Have you ever heard of Discord?
Yeah. No.
No, I didn't think so.
Oh, we've had Ryan on too many
That's-
times. He knows us too well.
That's 20 years younger than what my
Yeah.
knowledge is.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a Skype
Okay.
type of deal.
I have heard of
And,
Skype.
Use your camera and be on a phone call.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
They're all the same, really.
The
Yeah.
time thing is always something to get lined up when you're doing one of them.
Yeah, I think it was 10 p.m. when I was doing that, and 1 p.m. for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On a different day.
on a different
On
day.
a whole other day.
Yeah. Yeah, because we would do them on our times here, and then it's like 11 in the morning or something. I don't know. It's screwy. I haven't figured out yet. We've
So-
done it several times, but
Yeah.
I think they're a day ahead.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever see yourself going to Australia?
Yeah, I do want to go to Australia, but I don't know. I don't want to just rush into it, and I want to go. If I go, I want to get in a ride that I know is capable of winning all the races, and I don't want to go looking for a ride and rush into it and
Yeah.
just not have a good time.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing good, so just wait and see how things go, and hopefully, I got plenty of time, so hopefully something good will come up in the meantime.
Dad'll really be worried you go to over there because everybody keeps getting hurt over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had two of them get hurt this year, didn't get a race.
Yeah.
So he'll be all nervous if you go over there.
Yeah.
This is really bad memory wise again, but Chili Bowl. You raced that Chili Bowl, didn't you?
Yes.
And how did it go?
I got taken out by my teammate.
Oh, that's right.
But you had to ask that one, didn't you?
Yeah, now it's really coming back well. That was probably a dumb question of me.
I've been asked that many times.
So would you see yourself running Chili Bowl next year again or no?
Yeah, I plan on it.
Okay.
I don't think, even if I were to go racing, I don't plan on racing in Australia this year, but say something came up and I did go race in Australia, I don't think that it's normally during Chili Bowl, right? Any of the big races.
Runs right up to it, kind of.
Is it before Chili Bowl or?
Yeah, because Sweet
Yeah.
came back like on Sunday to run in the Chili
Sweet
Bowl.
Larson came. Well, not Larson.
Yeah.
And Larson.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, they.
So depends how much you want to race there, because like Eliason,
Right.
he stayed there for another month after the Chili Bowl yet or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how much you want to race over there and what what deal you have made up, I guess.
Yeah. My thing is, like, after doing midgets and sprint cars, doing both, for the last 2 to 3 years, it's not that the midget screws me up, like, terribly in the sprint car, but I know if I were to only race sprint cars and just not
Yeah.
have any non-wing midget habits and just be a full wing sprint car driver, then it's just gonna make me, I'm just gonna be that much better in a wing car.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like I can't not race Chili Bowl. It kind of means too much to me, and it's too big of a deal
Yeah.
to not do it. I ran too good there to not do it.
Yeah, you've been fast in that, but
But yeah. So I kind of want to just keep the midget races to a minimum. But I'm sure eventually I'll want to get back in one and show
Yeah.
some fun.
because I mean, obviously, you know well enough that me and Bud aren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but a midget and a 410 sprint, there's some similarities in driving, but it's got to be a bunch different. Just the way you got to
Yeah.
throw it in the corner and everything, it's it's obviously not the same.
Yeah. To me, they're definitely, to me, the biggest thing is just you're driving off the right rear versus off your, I guess, right front in a wing car. Or you're on the right, you're used to being leaning over the right rear, where in the wing car you're leaning on the left rear.
Yeah.
In the midget, you toss it in there, and it's a lot. The wheel's a lot twitchier. It was a wheelbase, and then where in the main car it's a little easier, and you don't. If you're so used to tossing it in all the time, then you're gonna naturally want to do that in a
Sure.
wheel car, where that's gonna just slow you down. So
Yeah.
I still do that. I get not chewed out, but told
Reminded.
doing that. Yeah.
Reminded not to do that.
Yeah.
Either way, you're on dirt, which makes it fun for me and Bud.
Right.
So.
It's fun to be sideways. Might not be fast, but it's fun.
Well, we had a little bit of snow this year. I was sideways quite a bit with the pickup off and on.
No.
Benefits of having a rear-wheel drive vehicle yet.
Yeah.
So.
I get my sideways too, not intentionally. It happens.
Yeah.
Mine were all intentional. Look, make sure there ain't a cop coming down the
I'm
street.
only saying that because my dad's listening.
Yep, I believe you. I
Yeah.
don't think my mom listens to these, so.
Yeah, I think you're safe though. Yeah. Do we got anything else for him?
I think we covered everything we talked about covering.
Yeah.
So unless you got something really
You-
fun and exciting to tell us.
What's apparel looking like this year?
Oh, pretty cool. I've seen some of it.
Right now, we have. We're gonna have a lot of options throughout the year, but right now, we have let's see, three or four different designs. There's the diner shirts. I don't know if you've seen those.
Yep.
Yep.
and then there's a school one, which it's not bad. It's 5T. It's like me in a classroom and with a chalkboard. And
Yep.
it says
5T plus 5T equals 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there's lifestyle t-shirts and hoodies, which is just a number with my name, no car. Bunch of different colors in those, so they're all good. I like them all, so
And-
hopefully everyone else likes them all.
For those listening, where can they get them?
They can get them at ryantonracing.com.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome. And who are some of your bigger sponsors? I'm sure you're not by the car, so test your knowledge here a little bit.
I think I got it down decent.
Oh, look at that kid go. He's young, bud.
I think we got, well, obviously Citgo, Ample Oil, Mystic, Pigeon Trucking, Raw Machinery, West River Trailer Sales, Olson Towing, CP Excavating, Lone Dakota Acres, Death Ridge, Griffin Fishing Charters, Momentum Suspension, McDonald Farms, CE Landscapes, and that's all I can think of.
Yeah.
I think that's most of it.
He did better than we do, bud. We got him written down.
I can see a couple from here. I'm outside of the shop right now.
Oh.
Oh.
I noticed a fishing charter, bud.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
that would be kind of fun.
Do you?
Oh, and I also want to thank, mention Sharply, Sharp Advantage,
Yep.
and Ultra Shield seats, Bell and K1.
There you go.
That covers all the safety equipment. Need that.
We just had Sharply.
We just had Dave Sharpley on.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That was fun. We got to learn stuff again.
yeah. You probably shouldn't have been shaving your seat, is what we found out.
Yeah. I was just hoping it was a night with no contact.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's the in your young life? What's the craziest thing you've done as far as racing that maybe you shouldn't have done? Like, you know, for example, we've had a cracked frame before. We've had the floor plate gone. We've had a guy race with detached retina. Have you done anything a little bit crazy in your young life? Or has your dad made sure everything's pretty safe?
I take my safety pretty serious. I really don't like the idea of getting hurt.
I can't blame you.
I mean, when I ran Forbuck's car, I don't know, he claims it was completely safe, and I'm not saying it wasn't safe, but the seat was mounted right in the middle. There's a one bolt holding the back of the seat, just right in the middle of the seat, and you could literally grab it and move it side to side. And I raced it that way, and I didn't notice it moving or anything, and I didn't crash, so I wasn't able to find out if it was safe or not. But,
It's all good.
I think it was safe, but
Yeah.
other than that, I can't think of anything. I have all the proper safety equipment.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'll be walking when I'm 40.
save us up some good stories for the first time we have you on the back of the truck at Huset's and
Yeah, I'll try to.
with our, what do we call that, bud?
last call.
Last call. There we go.
That's fun.
Yep.
Another memory. Yeah.
Last call with 212 bar and grill.
There
So-
you go. I knew you'd think of it, bud.
And maybe are you gonna? Maybe you'll do a Rock Rapids one. They have a 410 race during
Yeah.
the week. I don't know if that's. You probably don't even have that on your schedule.
Yeah.
That might be on the schedule.
Might be, because you just stick around Sunday or when is it?
Is that in Iowa?
Yeah.
It's only a half.
I think I've raced there once.
Yeah.
Probably. It's only like half an hour from Huset's.
It's got no walls, right?
No, just a little bit down the front stretch by the.
Yeah.
You
Same
did
thing.
race there because
Yeah.
you took the Fulkins Challenge of starting in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at you go, bud.
Yeah, and then you kept going off the track in turn 2.
I don't remember that.
I do. You go back to replays and watch it.
He's tighten the rubber. Couldn't keep it on the track.
Oh
I don't think we are racing it,
yeah.
but
There's it's just one 410
Yeah,
race,
it's
I
just one
think.
race.
So you probably aren't. So,
yeah,
but
I don't see it on the schedule here.
yeah. So
You could break up your drive, if it's on a Friday night, you could break up your drive to Knoxville, drive halfway, race, drive the rest of the way to Knoxville.
yeah, is it a
I
Friday or
don't
is
know.
it?
I can't look at the schedule because I can't get back to Facebook to
I'm
find
just
it.
trying to think if it's the fair week. Is that the fair week?
That'd be a Wednesday night then, or Tuesday or Wednesday, Tuesday.
All right. Well,
Anyways, we'll
Ryan-
let you go, Ryan.
Thanks a ton. We appreciate you coming on. We wish you the best. You know, real quick funny story is we created West River Ed on a podcast, you know, and
Listen to it.
Yeah.
and you
It
know
was hilarious.
it was supposed to be. We've done it 2 years. We got to do it again probably.
Yeah, we better get a hold
But
of
then-
West River.
But then we saw the West River car, the wing,
Yeah.
and we're like, "Are you kidding me? This is like too perfect." So
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
I'm staying on the West River side now, so
Yeah, yeah,
There
you're
you
West
go.
River, so.
maybe I'll see Ed somewhere.
we're gonna sneak over and put Ed on the wing with some black tape one time.
Hey, that's alright.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you guys for having me on again.
Hey, not
You
a
bet.
problem,
Take
Ryan.
care.
Good luck.
Yeah, see you. Thank you.
Bye.
Jamie said there's not a chance that our bars are better than her sushi, bud.
Oh,
She just don't know us, does she?
I guarantee you.